Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the marketplace. Coming up, total value of secured loans granted and registered by banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions reaches almost 6 billion cedis at the end of June this year. Also coming up, government borrows 11.90 billion cedis via T-bills in August, a 3.21% increase over the previous month. And the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission responds to concerns by the Ghana Hotels Association over high utility tariffs. Are the hoteliers satisfied? We'll find out. My name is Daryl Kwawu. Thanks for joining us. Details coming up. And first up, total value of loans secured through the collateral registry reached almost 6 billion cedis at the end of June this year. George Afi has more from the latest report released by the Bank of Ghana.
The report showed that almost 6 billion Ghana cedis were disbursed from March to June this year and were based on items that were submitted to the collateral registry to cover this credit. This amount represents more than 15% jump over what was given in the same period for last year. Commercial banks accounted for almost 5 billion Ghana cedis. This credit, with special deposit-taking institutions accounting for the rest. The report also revealed that the total number of collateral registered went up by more than 15% to hit over 50,000 items. More than half of the searches on these items came from persons that wanted credit from savings and loans companies. The Collateral Registry is a body established by the Bank of Ghana under the Borrowers and Lenders Act to help borrowers register their movable and non-movable assets to help secure credit from financial institutions in the country.
Now, the government borrowed 11.90 billion cedis via treasury bills in August. This is a 3.21% increase over the previous month. On a monthly basis, yields on the 91-day and 182-day bills surged 178 basis points and 147 basis points respectively to 27.02% and 28.62%. Analysts foresee investors bidding higher yields for the T-bills in September as the government continues to show signs of reliance on money market funding. Meanwhile, the government plans to borrow 2.60 billion cedis on the money market this Friday to refinance maturing T-bills worth 2.43 billion cedis. Let's turn to other news now. A week after they petitioned the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, the PURC, the Ghana Hotels Association has gotten a response to their concerns about high utility tariffs. The letter to the Ghana Hotels Association basically reechoed that hotels fall under commercial customers category for water billing and highlighted a reduction effected in February 2023. The PURC also in its response said it would continue to engage the association and all other stakeholders. But is the Ghana Hotels Association satisfied with this response? Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr. is president and he joins me on Zoom to respond. So the PURC has written to you based on your petition. Does the response address your concerns?
Good afternoon, Daryl, and good afternoon to your viewers. No, it does not. It does not. Very far from addressing our concerns. You remember that our concerns related to the tariff adjustment for February, March, April, and May, which went up by 167% as against the 8.3% announced by the PURC. Now, in this letter, no reference is made to that particular issue, except to say that they announced the recategorization of consumers in May 2023. May 2023, when this whole thing is in reference to February 2023. So as at February 2023, in which consumer category did the hotels fall? Because we used to be in the non-residential category, we were not informed about changes prior to the first February adjustment. We were not told anything at all, only for the bills to come, and then we had been placed in the commercial category, and which is why our tariff went up that high by 167%. So the PURC has not addressed our concern. In any case, why the migration from the non-residential category to the commercial category? What's the basis? What's the reason? What's the justification? Why were we placed in the non-residential category in the first place over the years? And who did they explain the justification for that migration? You see, these are questions that the PURC must respond to and stop dodging the issue, so to speak.
What were your expectations based on the petition you presented?
Daryl, we made it very clear that for the month of February, March, April, and May, the PURC must direct the Ghana Water Company to revert that 167% increase back to the 8.3% increase. So that huge debt that they have created for the hotels will be wiped off our bills. That was a very simple request that we placed in that petition. And surprisingly, they did not even mention it at all. Okay, except to say that the Ghana Water Company will agree to schedule payments. You've created an illegal debt for us, and you wanted to go into discussions with Ghana Water Company to schedule the debt that you've caused us to create in our business. I mean, who does that?
And so, I mean, reading the response to your petition, it seems to address concerns to do with water. Is that the only concerns you have?
Well, for now, in relation to PURC, that is our main concern. The press conference raised some other 5 points which relate to the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the Ghana Tourism Authority, the Roads and Highways, and the Finance Ministry or the Ghana Revenue Authority. But in this particular petition, our main issue has to do with the water tariff. We don't have a challenge with the electricity tariff for now. We don't. Because we've not been migrated to any new category when it comes to electricity. It is the water categorization where PURC, for whatever reason, has decided to push us into a new category and pushing this new tariff down our throat.
And so what next from here? The PURC says it's willing to engage some more.
Daryl, I don't think that PURC is interested in engaging us. They are not. If they were, I'm sure by now we would have had a meeting with them. They would have invited us to the offices for a meeting. They are not interested in any engagement. They are only interested in pursuing the agenda that they have. We will also pursue our agenda by appealing to the Speaker of Parliament, because we cannot allow this injustice to go on.
So
that February, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Make the point.
So that bill for February, March, April, and May must be resolved. They have to refund that 167% increase in the tariffs back to the 8.3%. That's the only way that we will be satisfied with it. Then we can talk about the new migration that they're giving to us. The justification for putting it in commercial. When we don't, water is not our main commodity for business, you're putting it in the commercial category. Why? Do we use water to produce mineral water? Do we use water to produce juice? It's only part of the services we provide. And that was the reason why the hotels were placed in non-residential category, to take this service that we are offering to people into consideration. And also because tourism and hospitality is contributing significantly to the economy. Okay, so don't overburden us. And then we turn around and say hotel rates are expensive in this country.
And so you say the next step would be to petition the Speaker of Parliament?
Yes, Daryl. That's what we intend to do. In fact, we wanted to exhaust all the avenues. And I'm sure you're aware that we even petitioned the Ghana Tourism Authority and copied the minister, copied the Parliamentary Select Committee. So as it is now, the PRC, so it's obvious that they have given us a terminal response. In other words, that's what we've done. We won't change anything, we won't do anything about it.
So what exactly would you want the Speaker of Parliament to do about this?
We want the Speaker of Parliament, hopefully, to invite the PURC to justify why they migrated us from that non-residential category to the commercial category, and why they slapped us with that 167% increase from 1st February to 31st May without any prior notice to us. Without any prior notice. Okay, so you're expecting a bill in a certain range, and then it goes up by 167%. And now you are saying that we should schedule the payments, we should meet Ghana Water Company and schedule the payment of that debt that has been created over that 4 months of 167% increase without any prior notice. That is not fair. We are talking about livelihoods here. We are talking about people's butter and bread. We should not joke with this matter. And I think if we don't handle this matter well, we are setting a very bad precedent. And I don't think there will be any trust with anything that comes from the PURC if this is allowed to go on. How
soon do you hope to do that? Petition the Speaker?
Well, we just got their response today. I'm discussing with my executives. I'm sure by the close of the week, we would have started the process. We need to know exactly what route to use to ensure that it gets the Speaker's attention as soon as possible.
All right, we'll keep following. Dr. Edward Akunyamike Jr. is president of the Ghana Hotels Association, responding there to a letter written to them by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission in response to a petition over high utility tariffs. Let's move on now. The International Advertising Association's Africa Rising Conference is open in Accra. The conference, which hosts some of Africa's most influential marketing communications professionals, is deliberating on how brands can leverage artificial intelligence, sustainability, and other key areas in delivering value. Here to discuss on our Let's Talk Tech segment, Henry Kobler, who is lead for Eyes of Africa. Good afternoon to you, Henry. So, I think it's interesting that these professionals are discussing how they can leverage AI in the online advertising space. So share with us how AI is transforming the online advertising industry and what the benefits are really.
Thank you very much, Daryl. So generally, we're seeing the evidence of AI relatively in a lot of sectors, and it's not surprising that advertisement is sort of looking into that space, into taking advantages of that. If you're actually a very constant user of, let's say, media in terms of, let's say, sports, you'd realize that AI is being used in terms of advertisements of billboards, where it's used in proper targeting of audiences. So the kinds of advertisements you see in ads basically on sports per se basically changes. And so you're looking at how there's more personalization and targeting based on geological areas and the interest of users come into play. And so looking into that space for advertisement for different sectors relatively, I think that comes at a very good point for the marketers and companies that are looking into taking advantage of the algorithms in that space. For me, generally, it comes in as one of those most important spaces where it needs to, first of all, be developed and then taking advantage of it. So definitely wouldn't have the maximum effectiveness of it now because it's sort of a developing tech. It sort of continues to evolve. And so we sort of have to look at the ways where it takes advantages. Again, we're looking at advertisement coming in terms of machine learning. And so there's sort of quite a number of learnings that these algorithms need to do to sort of understand the interest of people, the interest of marketers, who exactly they're sort of targeting, and how these advertisements plays into sales for the companies.
Yeah, I guess there are limitations to aren't there?
Quite a lot of limitations. I mean, it's a very evolving tech now. You're having very few, even if you're taking in Ghana, definitely you're looking at very few AI developers that are available to sort of implement some of these things. The most important ones we're seeing here, again, starts to just be social media platforms, which is taking advantage of AI now. And sort of they also now, playing along the algorithms to sort of see the interest of users that are out there. So we're actually going to have a bit of a road which will come in terms of the development of the tech itself. But again, you're also looking at how AI sort of might not necessarily understand the emotions and play on the emotions of the users that are out there. So it sort of throws out anything to them because of interest or what they are sort of quite used to, or the kind of pages they're sort of following, and all of those things. And so they might not have the emotional intelligence to sort of show advertisement based on that. They might not also understand policy at some point to understand, let's say if you do an advertisement to on platforms, how you sort of understand who's looking at these advertisements, whether they are minors, and to understand their age differences and what to exactly show them. And so those are some of the limitations you're sort of going to see with AI coming in. But generally, I think that there's quite a lot of improvement that is going.
I think Henry is frozen there. We'll try and re-establish contact with him, but we're discussing artificial intelligence and how businesses in the advertising space, online advertising, can leverage artificial intelligence to stay competitive. And he was just enumerating some of the limitations as well as some benefits as well. We'll continue that conversation when we have Henry back on. But leading real estate company Elegant Homes is offering its customers 10% discount on all purchases made. According to the Business Development Director, Kwawu, the company is committed to providing quality housing solutions to clients. She has been speaking to Joy Business ahead of the EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair.
Are you looking for a safe, luxurious yet affordable home? Elegant Homes has just the right house for you at affordable prices. Ahead of the EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair, we caught up with the Business Development Director of Elegant Homes and General Construction, Kwawu, to find out what unique offers they have available for potential customers.
Elegant Homes is a construction and real estate development company. We've been in business for close to 2 decades now. And aside the estate that you see here, we have also executed some landmark projects. In fact, we build for people, we build for institutions, and then we do other personal jobs. And then we have another sister company, Elegant Homes Products Limited, that fabricates and sells high-quality UPVC windows, doors, profiles, gypsum adhesive, and accessories. So basically, that is how it has been.
Tell us about why you decided to be part of this year's EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair and how long you've been with us.
We've been with the EcoBank Habitat Fair for quite some time now, and I think the result is quite overwhelming. And normally it's a time for us to advertise, to also meet prospective clients, and then eventually generate leads that will lead to sales. So that is the main idea or the brain behind we partnering multimedia for Habitat Fair over the years. We have different models as you can see here. We have from 3 bedrooms, we have 4 bedrooms, we have different types of 3 bedrooms. We have the standard executive, we have the executive, and we have different models. The basic one is a 3-bedroom detached with 2.5 bathrooms, and then it comes with a fitted kitchen, it comes with a store, and it comes with all the niceties that one can get. And then we have 4 bedrooms also. The 4 bedrooms is what we'll be showcasing today, because over the years we've always been showcasing our 3-bedroom house. The 4-bedroom detached single story has a living and a dining area. You have a family area as well. You have all bedrooms en suites. You have a fitted kitchen with a store. And then it comes with 1-bedroom boys' quarters. And then basically it's seated on a 100 by 80 feet plot size.
The company, being privately owned, seeks to provide housing solutions to clients looking to invest in quality properties in Ghana. Coupled with a flexible payment plan, buyers stand to enjoy a 10% discount on all purchase made from Elegant Homes.
This is the house we'll be looking at. It's a 4-bedroom house, and it's called Aurora House. It's one of our 4 bedrooms, and you can see it's a contemporary design. It looks very, very exquisite, very nice. Also, follow me. Okay. It is very simple and very nice. So this is the living area for the house. And this here opens onto the terrace. So we could have just entered from here if we wanted to sit here. You just open, slide open, and then you can sit there comfortably. And that is the lovely dining area that you can see around. Well set. The dining is quite close to the kitchen because as part of the theme for this year, we are looking at affordability, we are looking at comfort, and we are looking at luxury. But here in Elegant Homes, you can have all the 3, and you will still pay very affordable price for it. So this is the kitchen. A house must be very functional, very spacious. You can see when we talk of a fitted kitchen, this is what it comes with. This is the microwave, and then this is the oven. You get it, very new. And then you have the cooker, and then you have the extractor. You get it, and then you have your double door fridge. Very spacious kitchen for any family size. Yeah. We come to the family area. As I explained earlier, the 4 bedrooms have 2 sitting areas. So we landed in the main area, the living area, and then this is the family area. The family area enables the family to sit. And so for those who have growing up children, it is always good to keep them here. You can have their PS5 or whatever here, so that they are always here playing. They don't get to disturb you when you have your formal guests. So this is the family area.
So this is a 4-bedroom.
This is a 4-bedroom house.
So it means it has 4 washrooms as well.
Yes, in fact it's 4.5 because you have a visitor's washroom, and then each room comes with a toilet and shower, and then you have a boys' quarters attached to it that also has a toilet and shower in there. And then this is a mixed setup. You have a hot and cold.
Built by a driven team of experienced developers, the houses have many unique features ranging from state-of-the-art washrooms to in-house speakers in all rooms in the house.
It opens onto a very nice garden. See, there's the garden.
Do you accept people who want to stay for short periods?
You see, sometimes we don't want to talk about this because this is one of prime residential areas we are trying to create. As much as possible, you don't want to commercialize it as well, knowing very well that sometimes when you open the floodgates, you have everyone coming in.
And that was a tour of Elegant Homes. You saw my colleague there, Jesse Agbako, with the director, I think, of the Elegant Homes, and is ahead of EcoBank Joint News Habitat Fair. And so you're all welcome to the fair once it gets underway. Now, back to our earlier story to do with artificial intelligence and how online advertising companies can leverage it to stay competitive. We're having back on with us Henry Kobler, lead for Eyes of Africa, to wrap up on the conversation. We lost you, Henry. We're talking about the limitations placed by AI when it comes to online advertising, and I believe you made your point on that. I'm just wondering though, how can businesses, because every business is in to stay competitive, so how can they leverage AI in order to stay ahead of competition, bearing in mind these limitations that you enumerated earlier?
Okay, thank you. So I think that what companies could definitely start doing, they could start looking into training of developers and marketers that are really going to start looking into the computerizations of the advertisements. That's the very first step. There's sort of supposed to be some level of investment that should be placed on this, where you're going to get people to be trained properly to basically be able to give you proper KPIs and then return on investment whenever you put in your money into advertisement. The second thing that could be done is also deploying, funding into, acquisition of some tools. Generally, there are quite a number of AI tools that are available in terms of leveraging on them to be able to be used for advertisements, to be able to be used for content creation, advertisement placements, and all of those things. And so the deployment of funding into these tools definitely is one of the things where we should be looking into. And again, companies definitely could also start looking into, being able to build the foundation in terms of the policies that surround this. Definitely we always look at using foreign tools and people and developers and all of this. I think that we have to start looking at local content creation in terms of policy guidelines to be able to guide some of the limitations that would come in terms of emotional pointers, policy implementation pointers, taxation pointers in advertisements and all of those things. And so that could definitely come in where, companies could come together, putting together and round tables and could be looking into properly leading the discussions in policies which guides AI in advertisement.
All right, Henry Kobler, thank you so much. Lead for Eyes of Africa, appreciate your time with us this afternoon. And that's the marketplace, everyone. Thanks for watching. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. We'll be back same time tomorrow.